Oh, wow!
What's going on, guys? Logan JYA here, and I did pretty good. I got top 32 at the PA Regionals, a 650-man event, of course playing the best deck of all time, the strongest strategy, the Drytrons, you already know it, and we did the 50-card list, very similar to Jordy's, but I made some key changes in this list, and you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video so you can see how the new combo works, how my line has changed the combo to make it even safer, and shout out to Paul Pelican and the Drytron Facebook Duelist for helping bring this idea about, and I was able to work it in and make the Jordy lock as strong as can be and as safe as can be. So, if you guys want to see even more Drytron videos, be sure to smash 150 likes. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. I don't know if you knew this, a lot of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please be sure to help support the channel and drop a sub. It costs you nothing, it helps me out immensely. And I appreciate all the long-term watchers who are really making it worth it to keep making these videos. And shout out to every single one of you guys that I got to see at the PA Regional who came up and said what's good. It means the world to me, so thank you so much. And all my fellow Drytron enthusiasts, don't forget, best deck, baby. Shout out to all of you for being awesome. You're absolute kings. And no offense, Triff, but y'all know where we fall on that side of the aisle. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this deck profile. Alright, my friends, we've got the deck profile of my Drytron list that I played at the PA Regionals, getting 22nd place out of 650 players, and hey man, the deck performed really well. We went 8-2. Our only two losses were one Flunderies player and one based player, both of which we lost to die roll, and I ironically bricked game 3 both times, but hey, it's all good. Anyway, without further ado, I want to hop into this deck profile, show you guys what we played. I'll talk about the matchups kind of as we're going through it, and stick around to the end of the video so I can show you the modified combo tutorial, similar to the Jordy lock, but how to do it with how we built the deck, which is just ever so slightly different. But I will also flag that this is very similar to Jordy's topping list, and we took a lot of inspiration from him, and that's because it was such a darn good list. So without further ado, let's get into it. No need to waste time on the basics. We're going to go right through them. We got triple copies of Alpha. We'll let the camera focus in at least. We're not going to rush through that part. Triple copies of Alpha, triple copies of Zeta, triple copies of Gamma, and then triple copies of Delta. We are doing 3, 3, 3, and 3, just like Jordy did. Now here's the thing, I did find myself siding out copies of either Delta or Gamma in games 2 and 3, depending on what side deck cards I wanted to bring in and what I just wanted to see more often. Either them or combinations of some of the other cards, just to kind of make room, for lack of a better term. But we are playing the maximum account of all the good Drytron names. Remember, no need to play beta, or you are a beta. Moving on to the Ritual Monsters. One copy Ben 10, of course. Ida 10. Natasha. Natasha was the MVP, letting me play through cards like Skill Drain, letting me break massive boards and steal cards and kill. It was amazing. It was great against DDD. I even stole M-Pens. Like, it was just, such a good card. Natasha, absolutely MVP of the day. If you're not playing Natasha, you're not playing the deck right, and I stand by that. Moving on from there, the Megalith package. Here is our first big divergence, and shout out to Paul Pelican and the Drytron Facebook group on this one. 2 Megalith Ophiel. Okay, guys, I'll talk about this when we're doing the combo tutorial, but we are playing 2 Ophiel, and it's for a very important reason, like playing through Nibiru important reason, and a lot safer combos. It's Ophiel at 2 is the way to go, and we only play 1 Fool. So that is the big switcheroni that we did, and it's a divergence from a lot of the Drytron decks that played my original combo, so it's still completely achievable by playing 2 Ophiel. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video. And of course the 1 Fool and the 1 Bethor, which are all essential parts of your Megalith package, so we play all those as well. And the 1 Medionis Draconids, of course, guys, you have no idea how easy it is to OTK through Scythe with this guy, alright? Just ask my Sky Striker friend. He met with Draconids firsthand and saw how insane this card really is. So of course we are playing Big Chungus, and we'll continue to play Big Chungus in our foreseeable future builds. We are doing triple copies of Diviner, no questions there, and the 1 copy of the Chaos Valkyrie pulled over straight from Jordy's list. Again, the combo is very, very similar, so we do need the Valkyrie to go into things like our Abyss Dweller or be a generic extender. Moving on from there, our artifact package is 2 Lancia in the main and 1 Scythe. Yes, the 2 Lancia was great. There were some times where I even was like, oh, maybe we should be playing 3. But I took the ratio from Jordy again, and I tell you what, 2 was wonderful. It didn't brick on it too often. When I saw it in hand, it was actually in great situations, you know, shutting out Sword Soul, Tenny Sword Soul, shutting out the Flunderies. Oh my goodness, shutting out the Flunderies with this card feels amazing. Lancia is great, and it also gives you an alternative short search target when you're playing in that particular matchup, because you don't want to be grabbing Scythe off of your Dagda because it's garbage against Flunderies. So you grab Lancia, and it's infinitely better. So anyway, that's the artifact package. And the DPE bricks. You guys already know we're playing DPE, you kind of have to, if you want to play a build like this. However, there are other builds running around out there, but if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to find it here. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I think this is the most competitive way to play the deck. I've said that before, I sound like a broken record, but yeah. Anyway, moving into the spells, we got triple copies of Nova. You got to play 3 and 3 when it comes to Nova and Emergency. If you're playing 2 and 2, you're wrong. Shout out to my boy Carlos. I'm sorry, but that still holds true. The 1 copy of Drytron Fafnir. This is a difference from Jordy's list. He was playing Foolish Burial in the slot, I believe, but we changed it for Fafnir. Honestly, the main reason being is that Nova is just an objectively better card than Foolish. It's not a -1, it's a 1-for-1. This actually ends up being a plus, and when that comes up in the terms of activating your Fafnir, getting the search, because it's very unlikely that your opponent's going to negate this, and then activating your Nova and being able to chain droplets, you're getting 2 free extra sends. You send 1 monster name from hand and you're negating 3 cards. It's absolutely insane. So it is beneficial to have that Drytron Fafnir up there. And if your opponent's a fool and they like negating this card, that's great. Rewards you even more. And of course, oh, duh, we're also playing the ritual spell. So yeah, don't forget this. Don't forget this. It's kind of important. Yeah, 1 Meteorus Draco. Don't play 2. Don't be silly. Triple Nova, like I mentioned earlier. Play 3. Maximize consistency. This is a 50 card list, just like Jordy's. I will never not play this card again. Preparation of Rites was insane. You have no idea how many times I got ashed on Alpha and then activated Prep and just felt smug as can be, or got to add back the Ritual Spell for free extension. Insane card. I think it's a staple, especially when you're jacking it up from the 40 card list and going up to 50. It makes sense to play. It just makes sense, and it felt great, and it was an amazing card. Performed amazing. Moving on from there, 2 copies of Fusion Destiny. No reason not to play both. Don't just play 1. Play 2. And 1 Call by the Grave, of course. No hand traps. We say no to those things. When we see it, it's great. When you don't, you wish you did. And I stole this from Jordy as well, dude. The Monster Reborn is so tight, and I want to talk real quick about the greatest thing that happened with this card was when I was playing against a Striker DPE artifact player, and I was able to Monster Reborn back their DPE while I was under Scythe Lock, take their DPE after searching a Scythe of my own, and Scythe Locking them with their own DPE. It was phenomenal. Shout out to my boy Richie. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother. But yeah, Reborn's cracked. Reborn is cracked. And then going second cards. So we mainboard triple Forbidden Droplets and triple Imperm, just like Jordy. Him and I talked about this. They're so good. You want cards that can be the 6th card and you're able to play with them. Imperm and Droplets performed great. Imperm was good against the Flunderies, the Sword Soul, the DDD. Same thing with Droplets. And yeah, I want to talk about a quick thing. When I was side decking, I actually opted to keep in the Forbidden Droplets instead of the Imperms when I knew I was going first, because for me, it was important, if I did see this card and had it set in the back row, that I could send a spell card so they wouldn't be able to chain Book of Moon or the Flunderies Quick Play and still resolve their effects. So that was something I just wanted to note there. But yeah, both cards really performed excellent. So that's everything for the main. Let's go through the extra pretty quick stuff here. Pretty sure this is card for card same as Jordy's. Maybe it's 1 different. I don't think so though. Double Moy Beta Fafnir, duh. 1 Downward Magician and the 1 Zeus to go along with it. I think I only got to use Zeus like 1 time throughout the whole day, which is a shame, but Zeus is such an important asset. Insane. It doesn't come up as often without the Lyrilusc package, of course, but we had to make concessions to fit in the whole 9 yards package. The 1 Beatrice, of course, there were a few times when I had those 1 name hands and kind of had to reach with Beatrice to get access to more names. So, of course, we're still playing it, and of course it goes well with Token Collector in the side deck. You get to send it from deck to grave for free and summon it on the opponent's turn. Duh, it's really good. The 1 copy of Abyss Dweller, part of the Jordy lock, part of the combo. It's what you use. You make it with Ophiel and your Chaos Valkyrie. That's it for Exceed monsters. We'll go on to the links. Got 1 Link Karibo, mandatory. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, again, makes so much sense. Phoenix came up a ton, forcing out back row. It was great. Great option to climb into. It helped me play against the Sword Soul player. I was really thankful that I had it in the deck. Moving on, 1 Verte and 1 Dagda, obvious stuff. Don't need to explain that. And then the 1 Boral Sword. Someone at the event, and I think it might have been me, Carlos, we were talking about this. Boral Sword is better than Access Code, especially in a deck where you're not playing any Link 3s. I think that goes without saying. And the Boral Sword is just so much easier to climb into with your Natasha plays, and it just makes more sense. Also, if you need any more rationalization, this is one of the only things that can out a 6k at Ignister, and this is one of the best decks for forcing out Don Maris. So, just saying, you want to play Boral Sword. Come on, guys. Play Boral Sword, don't play anything else. Fusions, the one Entis, Keef Heart of Removal, and the Geordie Lock, and the DPE, you guys already know, we're playing it, it's goated. The one Herald of the Arclight to search out off of your Diviner. You're not searching this card, duh, you're searching off this card. And then the one Barone to Floor. The key piece of my first combo that everyone has seemed to be adapting, which I take great pride in, and I'm very thankful to see that people are, you know, playing the deck with it. Obviously, Barone is goated in this deck. So that is it for the main board and extra deck. Let's go through the side deck. Again, there are like some slight changes here. We are still doing the one of Token Collector. Of course, I wish it came up. I wish I got to see it. I wish I was able to make Beatrice while going in for certain plays against the Sword Soul of the Based. But unfortunately, didn't have the chance to see it or use it. But hey, I'd still would 100% play it. The one Artifact Lancia, the third copy, is on the side, and I brought this in all the time. Like, I literally take out Scythe, put in Lancia when playing against Flundery. It's a very easy choice. Moving on, triple copies of Lava Golem. Yeah, you gotta play this card. This card is insane, guys. Lava Golem is awesome. I kid you not, this card is absolutely great for breaking boards, based boards in particular, or Sword Soul boards. I saw it in testing a lot. Unfortunately, at the event, even when I did side it in, I didn't see it, but I would always continue to play it, so absolutely phenomenal. We did do the Twin Twisters. The Twin Twisters were decent. It was good for forcing out Flundery's back row. I played against the DPE control type deck. It was definitely good to bring in there. I was trying to be prepared for the Prank Kids, and I didn't play against a single darn one, but hey, so be it. Still better to be prepared than punished. Triple copies of Dark Ruler no more. Absolutely would not change this for the life of me. There was a lot of games I brought this in, and it put in the occasional bit of work. Yeah, definitely would continue to play this. One red reboot, you have to play this. You have to play this. It's one of the only few cards that you can see that shuts down Harpy's Feather Storm, and it also gives you a pseudo win con against the Eldritch deck. So yeah, why would you not play this? Come on, guys. Come on. Not rocket science here. And finally, triple copies of Solemn Judgment. I was so iffy on if I wanted to play this or play another going second card, like evenly matched. Evenly matched what I want to play. It would have made me more prepared for the Flunder matchup, so I kind of wish I did play it, but I tell you what, I didn't see this card once. I cited it in every game when I was going first. If it was against Flunderies, I was taking out the Imperms. If against anything else, I was taking out the Droplets. And I didn't see it. It was so disappointing. I really wanted to Judgment somebody. It would have caught him so hard off guard. But anyway, that is it for the deck list. Let's do a quick combo tutorial and bring this joint to a close. Quick shameless plug to play in the GG for free, our free bi-weekly tournament series, new prizes, and a grand new collaboration with Paper YuGioh coming up. So be sure to join our Discord, link in the description down below for more information on that. Let's get into the combo tutorial. Alright my friends, it wouldn't be one of my videos if we didn't finish it with a combo tutorial. So my friends, I'm going to show you the modified Geordie Lock with an Alpha Zeta line in this particular build of Drytron, and I'm going to tell you why it's objectively a little bit better than the original and far safer. If you guys want to see a video of me playing through other interruptions like Nibiru, other hand traps, what you guys can do, and other fun Drytron builds and combos, let's smash 150 likes on this video. You guys have done it in the past, I know you can do it again, and I really appreciate it every time you do. But without further ado, let's get into this combo. Oh, and by the way, you can also do it with Emergency or Nova. It's a little less safe with Nova, but you can do it. Or if you have another name outside of Zeta, you can still reach into the combo, depending on the rest of the hand, of course. It's all still very possible, but we're just going to do it the basic way for this particular tutorial. Let's get to it. Alright, like all good Drytron hands, it starts off with Alpha Pitch Zeta, the Dream, adding, of course, Ben 10 and special summoning the Alpha Thub into your field like so, then using Zeta's effect in the graveyard, pitching off the Ben 10, special summoning itself, adding Medionis Drytron, the ritual spell, to your hand. Use Ben 10's effect, this will get you Diviner. 2 summons deep right now. You follow me, camera guy? I'm going to show you where it takes you. We're going to go Moy Beta Fafnir, effect of Moy Beta, sorry about that, effect of Moy Beta, sending Gamma. Looking pretty good so far. All right, I'm just going to slide this over a zone. We summoned it over here, okay? Next, I'm going to normal summon Diviner, use Diviner's effect. This is going to send our Herald of the Arclight from the extra deck to the graveyard like so, generating us a free search. This is going to grab Ophiel, all right? So this is the first major divergence from Jordy's version of the combo, my original version of the combo, and I'm going to explain why right now. Let's do a head count here. We're 1, 2, 3, 4 summons deep, and this is going to be our 5th summon. We're going to activate Medionis. We're officially in NIB range after this resolves, detaching either Drytron from Moy Beta and summoning Ophiel. So this is the 5th summon. We declare Ophiel's effect to get the search. Again, shout out to Paul Pelican and the Drytron Facebook group for this idea. Ophiel is going to trigger, and this is going to add us Fool. Now here's the thing. If they don't NIB here, then we go into Barone next step. If they do NIB here, we still have Gamma live in grave and guaranteed fodder in hand to pitch. There will be hands where you might have fodder anyway and it doesn't matter. But there's also hands where, say, like the other cards in my hand were like Imperm, and Droplets, and I only have Alpha Zeta, and I could be bricking if I didn't have something else to pitch for the Gamma. If I got nibbed, I would be 100% punished. This keeps you safe, all right? So that's why we do it this way, so you understand. Okay, so we go Medionis, add back. You can do it now or you can do it after Gamma, it doesn't matter. Pitch these two off, summon the Barone, boom. Guaranteed safety now. Nothing to worry about, right? Looking good. Next, we'll take that Gamma Engrave, and we'll pitch off our Megalith Fool, like so, and summon back our Zeta. Yeah, you could have reduced here too, if you wanted to. It really doesn't make a difference. So, okay, we got the board established thus far, right? So now we'll just link off the Gamma into the Link Karibo on top to make some room. It's really the only reason why we're doing it, making some room. And then we'll activate Medionis. Again, Barone is keeping us safe from the Nibiru. If they got Nib Gamma, then they're just talented. Detach, special back the Fool, and then Fool effect. We'll add back Ben 10. Now you might be noticing here, and this is where it's a little different from Jordy's combo. Logan, you don't have any more ritual summons left. How are you going to continue to ritual summon? Here's the thing, you're not going to. You don't need to. Watch. Full effect, pitch off Ben 10. Special summon Ophiel. We'll use Ophiel to search the Bethor because I like having the extra hand advantage, and we'll use Ben 10's effect as well. That'll get us the Chaos Guy and the Bethor. From here, we're going to move on to our next step, which is going to be taking Moy Beta and the Link Karibo we made on top. Or, you know, whatever monster, it really doesn't matter. We'll summon the Dagda here. Next, we're going to summon our Chaos Valk from hand by banishing the Herald of the Arclight from the graveyard. Special summon that guy. And we're going to overlay it for Abyss Dweller. So this was the problem, right? Obviously, as the board is right now, the only thing we could do to trigger our Dagda is to pop something with Barone, and we don't really want to pop any of these cards because we have the perfect amount of monsters right now to go into Verte and get your DPE and have your Scythe Lock live. Well, here's the thing. What you can do is really simple. You just activate Dweller on your own turn. I get it. You have one less opportunity to Dweller the opponent, but it's worth it for the additional safety, all right? So that's why we do it this way. So we go Dweller effect. That triggers Dagda while it's face up on the field to get you your Scythe. You can set that face down. And there are hands where you'll be able to keep the Dagda on field. If you had, like, say, a Delta in this situation, you could just use Delta, summon it, and use Zeta and itself to make the Verte, and then keep your Dweller. And then when Verte activates and resolves, that'll trigger off the Dagda. But since this is just Alpha Zeta, this is how it works in that situation. So you get our free Scythe, boom, golden. We take the Dagda and the Zeta, turn it into Verte, use Verte's effect, pay 2,000, send Fusion Destiny and our 2 bricks to the grave, like so. And then that gives us DPE. Now, of course, if you're playing against Flunderees, you're probably not going to really need Dweller. So what I usually like to do in that matchup is keep the Dagda on field. And because Dweller only shuts down the Trap card's Grave Effect and Book of Moon stuff, and you should be able to play around that properly anyway, if you're playing properly at all. Like by popping their field with Bethor on their turn, so there's not too much to worry about. Anyway, after this resolves, you go use DPE's effect, because we're trying to play around Super Poly, we're trying to play around everything, right? We'll blow up itself in the Verte, declare DPE effect engrave. Opponent's standby phase rolls out. You already know how we do here. First thing we do in draw phase is go for the Dweller, so they're officially Dweller locked, right? Before they even get to the standby phase. When we enter the standby phase, the first thing we go for is Barone's effect to tag out. We tag that guy out. We summon back Diviner from the graveyard, just like Jordy did in his combo. So we summon that guy back. Use Diviner's effect. This'll Foolish. Send the Entis. Entis pops the Scythe. Scythe comes out. Scythe effect to lock them out. And now if they hit Droplets here, not only are they already underdweller, but we also still have the DPE coming back. And if they do or do not hit the full, we may as well have that as well. So that is the modified version of the Geordie lock. I guess we could call it the Logan lock because I did change it a little bit. But still, all credit to Geordie for the original idea. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to smash that like button, get to 150, we'll do another Drytron video. You know how we do things here. That's all I got today. Logan JYA signing off. Have a great day, and I'll see you chumps later. Peace. 心の隙間埋め